Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Saturday, and I hope you are having a beautiful, wonderful day. And my day is going fantastic. Today's going to be a little bit of a weird one. I'm going to try to not cut as much. It was a suggestion on Discord that I do like just a really talky episode, and I think that's a pretty good idea. So we're going to try not to cut a lot in this video and just make it more of like a let's talk type of episode while I do something. I think what I'm going to do is I want to decorate the inside of the castle a little bit. It has very few decorations, and I think that would be really cool. The library is not done on the inside yet. I did do a lot, and I actually streamed it to the Back to Beta Discord. Now, I do not have the personal link or like the share link to the Back to Beta Discord. So, I mean, I guess what I could do is I could share like Box Player's YouTube, and he typically has it in his videos. Give him a check out. He's a awesome content creator. And if you ever want to like stop by the Back to Beta Discord and kind of chat it up, sometimes I'm in there streaming, just building randomness. And the randomness that I've been building is the library so far. I try to do it maybe once a night. I know I did it the past couple of nights where I sat on Discord and talked to everybody. It was pretty chill. It was pretty fun. We had like a lot of cool conversations, a lot of weird conversations too at the same time, which made it even funnier. But yeah, we're gonna go up here, and I think one of the rooms I want to decorate is I want to decorate the top floor. I know I have a lot of rooms in here that are just untouched. So we have this kind of weird room in here, right? That could possibly go up to something cool. And yeah, just all of that mess up there. And then we also have this one in here, which is a bit of a smaller tower. I was thinking maybe for storage of some kind. It has this little down area where it goes up under the island. So all of this island was, you know, I had to make out to fit the castle a bit better. Maybe we could do some kind of basement maintenance area one day. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then over here, I've been using it as a bedroom. So when I AFK here, let's see. Yeah, I have a clock. So sometimes I'll be holding the clock and I'll AFK here and let the mobs drop down and die. And if I notice it's nighttime before I walk out that door because I don't want anything to happen, I'll come over here and I will sleep and make sure everything is safe. So it does have a bedroom. I think I want to keep the bedroom as well. Maybe we'll do a bedroom decoration. But up here is what I'm talking about. So I have this little staircase kind of like as the behind the scenes maintenance area. And I don't know, I think I want to do something cool here because there's a lot of open space. I would like to add a floor of some kind and turn this into a room, maybe like some kind of dining room. You know, you could be eating your dinner as you're watching characters die or, you know, mobs die. At the moment, I do have it in peaceful just to make sure nothing happens while I'm up here. Because I would hate to have to just redo all of that. And I don't think see, when we build something up here, we're gonna have to make it so where it doesn't chime into any of this too much, because I want this to be something as well. I just don't know what yet. So that's the main reason why this castle is blank on the inside, is because there's stuff I do want. I just have no idea what I want to do in it. And that's like that for most of my builds that are kind of empty, is I do want something in them. It's just I'm slow in the head a little bit, and it takes a while to figure out what I want in those things. Now, I don't have that many blocks on me, and I'm pretty sure I'm out of all kinds of wood just from building a stupid amount of bookshelves, which I'm not done with. So we might have to go on a little bit of a tree gathering mission, just get up some trees and have enough wood to just decorate stuff with. I do have things in here. I have a bit of sandstone, which we could go ahead and play around with. I do have a stack of bricks, which could be kind of cool. I still have a stack of light blue wool left, but I don't know if I want the dining room to be light blue in there. So I'll probably leave that out. If anything, these could make a cool floor, because I don't think I would want the sandstone itself to be the kitchen. Yeah, I don't think I want the sandstone itself to be the kitchen walls. If I was to do the walls out of it, I think they would be more or less bottom pillars. All right, we'll keep the bottom texture because it has that nice border in it. And we'll probably stack it alongside a block that has a continuous texture, similar to sand, kind of like how we do gradients, right? So it kind of like fades out into a continuous texture. I don't know if I want it sand though. So if these are the bottoms, we'll probably do... Would a white pillar look good? I don't think a white pillar would look great. Yeah, I'm not a fan of making the pillars white. I think it almost needs to be some kind of red, to be honest with you. And it would fit the inside of the castle. The castle does have like a red and white theme at the beginning, right? That little circus tent looking room at the start, which I'm still thinking about changing. So if we do have a little bit of red wool. I might have to get more red dye for this as well. So we could do something like that, and it'll have red pillars. Oh, give me that back. Yeah, we could do something like that. And then as for the background behind the pillars, we could change it up with a note block and possibly like a wood texture. All right, so if we put the note block in the background, I don't think that's gonna look right. Oh, I can't shift click these. I have to do some weird stuff. So let's add that, and then we could place it like this. So we're looking at possibly that being the inside of the kitchen. No, I'm going to get rid of the note block. I think the note block looks a little weird just for that. I mean, that could work. Like, we could have the wood go all the way down, and it'd be a separation of pillars every so often. So we can make them like 1 to 3 wide or 2 wide inside the kitchen, and it would just be that right there. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. We still have to get the wood, and we still have to get possibly some red dye. I don't think I have a lot of the red flowers left. I do have a good bit of white wool left that I can dye red. I have some right here. Yeah, that could work. And we'll take some bone meal with us. I'll get rid of this door for now. I think the door was I was trying out a new, like a new chair. Yeah, which is not new. I mean, it's in the, like, it's a common chair in whatchamacallit, modern Minecraft. So we're gonna do something like this. This is what the chair was, right? So we'll have this right here, this right here, and then if you aim just behind that, you have a slightly better looking chair. What I wanted to do this out of, though, is I wanted to have a slab here and then push trap doors into it. So I have a couple of trap doors right there, but I can't figure out how to bug the trap doors to stay yet. I might have to ask around and see how people do that, because I think that could be a really cool chair design. And we might use that chair design in the kitchen. I also want to build some more pistons, so we got to get up the stuff to build pistons. I think like a big dining table made out of pistons would be cool in there as well. Oh, it's nighttime. Sleep. Let me sleep. So we're gonna go ahead and zonk out. We got some resource gathering to do. We got some stuff that we need to take care of. At some point, I need to come back here and finish those trees. It looks like Herobrine just took out my trees in the background. You know, he just sheared all my leaves, but really, I just never finished them. Mainly because I'm not satisfied with the back of the castle, and I think there should be more added to the back of the castle. So before I do all of that work adding in the trees, I'm going to figure that bit out, and then I'll go and add the trees. All right, so we have 15 logs. It's going to take a lot of logs. Not really, because we're using regular wood. We said we were going to use these for the bottom pillars. Do we want to use them as for the floor as well? I mean, we could use the note blocks as the floor. That could make like a really cool floor design. Yeah, we'll probably do note blocks for the floor, so that does mean we need a decent amount of wood, and I'm heading in the wrong direction. We got to go up here. Bam. Hello, Deadly Dirt Block. Bye, Deadly Dirt Block. I did that as a little tiny video on the Back to Beta Discord. Kind of as like a little joke, and it ended up being kind of funny. Yay, tree farm. So there is a few things that I've been wanting to do. I do want to live stream at some point. I got to pick a day for it. My schedule is kind of weird. So when I get ready, I will try to make it, you know, well known that I'm about to live stream and then chat with everybody. I love talking with everyone. I don't, you know, you could like stop by and ask questions and stuff about anything. I'll do my best to answer it. I just love chatting to people. All of this is, you know, all of this is for fun for me. So it's like, it happens in the background, you know, it's just a hobby of mine and I really like it. But it's still, you know, I don't want it to conflict with the things that I have going on in real life. It's, you know, right now at the moment, everything seems to, it has chilled down. I still have like a few things that I got to do and I got to worry about. It's mainly with my dad. My dad is in and out of the hospital for pancreatic cancer. So he's been dealing with that. It's very rough on him, and you know, I've been helping him and my mom out with money and everything, and trying to make sure he, you know, is comfortable, because the stage that he's at, it's fatal. It's not like he's going to pull through it. He's going to die from it. It's just a matter of when, and we're just trying to make him like very comfortable. But other than that, that's like the only thing that's really going on in my life at the moment that is like, you know, kind of out there. And you know, he's been a big part of my life. He's a really cool dude, and I'm gonna be. It's weird to say, you know. It's like I'm in my 30s, and I know my parents were, you know, going to get old and, you know, go through their things that they're going through. I just didn't think it was going to happen that soon, because it felt like it, you know, it hit him out of nowhere. But the thing with pancreatic cancer is that it builds up super slow over time. And it's so hard to detect when it's building up. And then you get hit with all like the major symptoms at once. So it feels like it's out of nowhere, but in reality, he's been technically fighting it for like 10 years and he just didn't know it. And that's the kind of, you know, crappy part, is that nobody knew. And he does like he frames houses for a living, and not just any houses. Like he frames like 1%er houses, like mansions and shit. They're really cool. They're really cool houses. I've helped them with quite a few of them. I think the coolest one that was ever worked on was Richard Petty's house, that was pretty dope, with the racetrack and everything. And he built one for the guy who owns the third most shares in Coca-Cola and works for the Coca-Cola company, which that was a cool house. That was an insane house. One of the ones that I worked on was the guy who invented Applebee's. Like, he came out with Applebee's back in the day. He sold his half of the business or whatever, but he's loaded. He has nothing to worry about. I think he still even gets royalties even though he sold his half. So really cool houses. But when it comes to like, you know, back pain and everything, you just don't think about it when you're doing that kind of job. Everybody's back hurts, right? And that's one of the symptoms of like pancreatic cancer, is that your back hurts. And you're like, well, damn, how am I supposed to notice that when I frame houses? My back is always hurting. You know, you lift wood all day and then you build things and it just does a number on your back, especially if you've been doing it as long as he has. So it was just one of those things that flew under the radar. You know, he took Advil and everything for it, and Tylenol, you know, just to kind of ease the pain on his back. And, you know, it comes with a job, but, you know, you fall off a house or two. Like, it happens, you know. Sometimes, you know, it's worse than others. You know, I've seen people fall off a 4-story house, and that kind of sucked. But, you know, most of the time you'll fall off like the top of the 1st story, or the, you know, working on the 2nd story and everything. and you'll take a pretty nasty fall, and you're just like, it is what it is. And he took one of those falls when I was younger. I think I was just entering high school. I think I was just entering 9th grade, and he took a tumble off the second story of a house and just landed on a pile of bricks. And he didn't go to the hospital for it. He just got back up and went back to working, which was insane. I mean, it freaked a lot of his coworkers out. They tried to get him to go to the hospital for it, but he was fine. He said he didn't really feel anything when he landed on the bricks. And, you know, when he was first going recently to the doctors, we thought maybe that's what his back pain was from, right? It was like, well, you did have a couple of injuries that you never went and had checked out. And I was just like, well, maybe, you know, your back hurts because you've taken a number of hits and just never had it looked at. And he thought the same thing, but when he got back from them doing the scans and everything, we found out it was a lot worse than what it was. And yeah, it was crazy. And he, you know, it got to him at first. I think he's dealing with it mentally a little bit better now, but I think of how sudden it was, it really got to him at first. And I mean, it got to everybody. It caught everyone off guard, you know, because he's a larger than life man, right? He rarely gets sick. He's, you know, really healthy. Like he's really muscular and everything. So nobody's seen it coming. It was like, if anybody was to get, you know, some kind of weird cancer, most people thought it would have been my mom, but it felt like it was just out of the blue. It was crazy. Damn, I went on like a little story time. I'm sorry about that. a little story time with Saturday. But anyway, you know, other than all of that going on, I'm working out my schedule to kind of stream and talk to y'all and everything. And, you know, we'll have loads of fun doing something. I'm pretty sure it will be in this world. You know, now when I play Minecraft, I really only play beta Minecraft. And it's mainly this world at the moment. I might try to do some challenges or like, you know, some funny challenge videos in beta to come up with like a different twist to how to play the game. I have a few in mind, and a few of them are in my notebook. So we could be doing one of those challenges, and that could be really fun, or it could be funny. You know, I like doing challenges, but normally I suck at them, so I give it all I got until I die, like in hardcore. I think over time I slowly got better at hardcore, but it was a rough start. When you get your butt kicked by a slime in hardcore and die, you kind of don't come back from that. Not, you know, not mentally. So, and especially, you know, I think it's one of my most watched streams on my channel. Like, I think it's up like 12,000 views or something. And yeah, you know, it messes with you mentally when you're going into hardcore. Like, do I really suck at this game that bad when it comes to surviving? It's crazy. But it was pretty funny at the same time. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to save you the time, because I think it's like a 2 to 3 hour stream. What happened is I had my end portal completely dug out, right? So we had our end portal, and I dug all the way down and had it completely exposed. We were going to do a really cool build in there, and I'm guessing it was in a slime chunk as well, which is weird. I didn't think that could happen. I thought it would ignore slime chunks, but it didn't. So a lot of the slimes were spawning in that dugout area and then jumping into the end portal. And I didn't know it. And we went to go in-city raiding for extra gear, just for fun. And when I jumped through the portal, I was in that obsidian platform, but so was every slime that ever spawned. That's where they were all sitting, and they just bounced me around and killed me. I was trying not to fall off the edge, but at the same time trying to kill the slime. I was just swinging my sword. And yeah, so you don't come back from a death like that. And I think I died to a slime again in super flat hardcore when we had one of the seasons, and I got pinned up against the wall, and it just beat the crap out of me. I was like, there was no way for me to get out. I didn't have any gear yet. I think it was like day 2 or day 3. So I'm sitting there trying to punch the slime with my hand to get it to go backwards, and it just wouldn't. That was pretty funny. But like I said, you can't bounce back from a death by a slime in hardcore. It's just like, hey, aren't you that guy that died to a slime? And it's like, yeah, I am. But we did learn a lot in the hardcore super flat, which I'm proud of, you know. And then we had like a regular super flat survival world too. It really tests your game knowledge to survive and did the things that we did. And I think I really learned a lot about how certain things operate in Minecraft and like alternative ways to do things. And that was super fun. That was probably like the most fun that I had in modern Minecraft that wasn't modded. Was just playing the super flat. And I think mainly because it felt like a challenge, which is kind of like beta now, right? Because beta feels like a challenge. Like everything that I want to build is some kind of challenge that I got to overcome and figure out, right? And there's, you know, there's videos on some things, but there's not videos on everything. And I think when I do come across something that I've learned that could help out, I will make a video on it, or like some kind of explanation, right? So the moment I could figure out how to, you know, bug out those trap doors to kind of push them down onto the slab, once I figure that out, I'm going to share it with all of y'all so y'all could do it too. I'm not going to be gatekeeping anything. Like once I figure something out, everybody's going to know it. And it's going to be in a more up-to-date format. That way it's a bit easier to follow than some of the 2011, 2012 tutorials that you see on these older versions, which I get it. You know, I get it. Back then, recording was a bit different. And, you know, things were in a different style back then. People really didn't think about making it easier to follow. I think that's the reason why Etho blew up the way he did, because Etho did try his best to make things as easy as possible to follow. And I think that's the same reason why Doc blew up the way he did too, because Doc would talk about something and he would do his best to break it down as far as he could and kind of put it in like a step-by-step format. But a lot of people, I mean, there's even videos of how to do things and the person in the video is not even talking. Like there's no mic. It's just they're typing on a sign. I forgot to put these saplings up. If I don't put them up now, I'll forget and they'll end up somewhere random. I need to move all my saplings inside the base, but I do have like a oh, it worked. I have a squid. I have a squid in here. I have several. No way. Okay. Yeah. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. This is the most I've ever seen my squid farm work. That was 4 squid out of nowhere. And normally my squid farm doesn't work like that. Ah, okay. I'm actually happy about that. That just made my day. I've been trying to think. I don't want to change the inside of this building whatsoever. I think failed ideas are a part of like a really good world, right? Like especially in the beta Minecrafts or the older versions of Minecraft. It's okay to have some of your failed projects around. It kind of shows like progression. You can always look back at it and be like, yeah, I remember when I built that squid farm and it just completely sucked. And now I have a better squid farm. And you know, I learned that probably not a good idea to put my water level that high. Somebody pointed that out. They pointed out that my water level might be too high for the squid to spawn. Which, I mean, is fair. I didn't think that was a thing in beta. But from what I've seen, they're probably more accurate than me. They do a lot of tutorials in this version. I gotta mow the grass over here. This is where I've been bone milling to get all my red flowers. And I've been kind of, you know, lazy with breaking the grass back up. which, I mean, it looks pretty cool. We might do like a grassy patch over here near the church. It's another project that I need to come back to and work on quite a bit. I want to add more of these trees, right? My dark oak trees, I want to add them throughout here, have like a little dark oak forest. And I want to add more of my custom birch forest and kind of blend the two. Kind of like, you see them in more modern versions. It's always like the dark oak and the birch blended together. I want to make slightly bigger birch trees though. I don't want to make them fat. I want them to be kind of skinny. Like these guys are still kind of skinny. And I want to make them taller. Because the birch trees, or the ones that look like birch trees in real life at my house, they're a bit taller and they have very few branches on the way up that kind of outburst. So I might do something like that with these. You know, I want to start them off small and the forest grow into taller trees on back. So this area is kind of bland for now. Once I get a custom tree idea, we'll get it going. How many flowers did I pick? I picked up 10. I only picked up a handful of flowers. I'm about to bone meal all of this grass. Give me that. There's more yellow. I swear, if you had to do like a, I need to build like a little flower farm. Yeah, that gives me an idea. I don't know if that's possible, but I'll try it out later. I know we don't have, like a dispenser. But what if you like still had a machine that scooped the grass block back and forth, and you just bone mill it as it's being scooped back and forth? Like you'll have to do the dispenser's part yourself, right? That could be a cool farm. We might try it out. I have, like I said, I have this empty castle that I was thinking about putting a mushroom farm in one tower. So maybe in another tower we'll try the like some sort of flower farm to get red and yellow dye. But the way I keep hitting yellow flowers, I might not even need to make it for yellow. 18. And I mean, I could go around dyeing sheep red and shearing them. That would probably give me a lot more too. I just hate finding sheep when you're looking for them, they're nowhere to be found. Never mind. All right. Prove me wrong, sheep. I see how it is. Come here. You're kind of pink now. Yeah, give me that. I don't know how much I got because I had some in my inventory. And I know you're supposed to, you know, kill them if you want more mobs to spawn. You know, you got to find a way to get rid of them. I probably should do that with those cows. I'm not too worried about it right now. More red flowers. And what I like is that these little flowers, in modern Minecraft, they only make one red dye. And that's what kind of confused me at first, is I thought I was only going to get one red dye. But no, they make two in this version. And that's really neat. So really, I have 46 right here. So I'm almost done to making a full stack of red wool, which is really cool. Oh, give me those back. I won't need as many. I think I only need 32, right? Just cut it in half. There's going to be like a whole grassy patch back here. I'm going to have to hit it with a water bucket when I go to landscape back here. A lot of this right here in the front, at least, has been completely remade by me. Like I've had to remake these hills because there was like a lot of dents in them and stuff, and a lot of weird stuff going on. Like this area, it looked more like this area where there's like a lot of just random dents and punch outs. And I think there's even a pond on that side of the church, like the far corner over there, that's similar to this right here. So, oh dang, I missed some. Okay, I need to put this right here so we can see how many we got. So I want to come back here, and I don't know, I was thinking about like I mean, there's going to be forest back here. I do want a graveyard. I think a graveyard would be kind of cool. And label every time that I've died, you know, from the time the graveyard starts. There's going to be more deaths from like the beginning of the world that I'm just not going to remember. I know there was a couple of them in the nether. There are a couple of creeper blasts while mining. I think a skeleton kicked my butt one time. I missed a red flower over there. And one right here. Okay, we got enough. So give me that one. And we'll have an extra over here. Wherever it went. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so I think a graveyard over here would be kind of cool. And just make like a gravestone with a sign every time I died. I think that would be pretty neat. And it would be kind of funny. I seen this one really old Minecraft video. I forget the guy's name. If I could ever find it again, I will definitely share it. It will probably, you know, I'll mention it or whatever. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it anytime soon. But this guy had a graveyard that he woke up in every time he died. So like his respawn point was there and he would have to come out of his crypt every time. And he had like a really cool house. His house was built up the side of a mountain, like one of these beta mountains. And it had all different kind of cool like hidden doors in it and stuff. And I just thought it was really neat. It had like a lot of redstone. He had like this big island dedicated to sugarcane and everything. And he even died in the video and had to respawn like back at his crypt, which I thought was really cool. If I could find that, I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but if I could find that, I'll definitely share that with y'all. It was awesome. I don't know if he's still like working on that world, like it's still a thing. I know a lot of people typically move on to make new worlds. Which, I mean, I can't say much. I was one of those people. I went on to make new worlds. I think the oldest world I have is a world called Pizza Time. And it's from this time period. But it was more like a server for me and my friends and, you know, a couple, maybe my brothers. So I actually wanted to start off my beta Let's Play in that world. But when it came to it, I just couldn't. I didn't want to mess anything up. You know, it was so cool. It was like it was frozen in time this whole time. Damn, that was kind of weird to say. It was like it was frozen in time, and I really didn't want to mess up anything. We're gonna need to make us a floor, or at least a way to get over there. I do want to continue this staircase up, probably. If we do cut this room probably about that tall, we would be able to fit one more room next to the mob farm. So I do want to keep this staircase going up a little bit. What did I do here? Yeah, I could do something like that. And then this will lead here. Yeah. So all of this, we got to figure out a good floor. We could do a note block. So this is going to be wall here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and plan this out. So this is going to be wall. Right, so we could go ahead and line this up, and the walls are going to have the pillars that we had talked about. So if we have the pillars, they could come out like this. All right, if we do like a 2 block, we want to cover this guy up, right? Because we want all of our inner walls to be different than our outer walls. So we'll just go ahead and do this number right here. Kind of see what we're playing with. That's going to be a corner, so I feel like that is going to have to move over at least one. Right, so we'll have a 3 block. And these will go up. Oof. These will go up like pillars. Oh, that would be wrong. That would be wrong, actually, because this is going to be floor level. So these guys, we got to move them up so they can be seen a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and move these on up. So those will go right there, and these guys will go a little bit taller. And I know we're going to do what was it, oak planks? Yeah, it was oak planks. I think that's what we came up with. And then oak planks are going to be like that behind it. So that will be the inside. And we're also going to have them wrap around this way. Whoops. So is it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this pillar would also come forward by 1. It's going to be a weirdly shaped room. It's going to be a weird dining room. I can see that. But we do need to figure out this floor. Can I make that jump? Is that a make? Yeah, okay, that's a makeable jump. Possibly just to make this pillar look thicker and to actually have like a good doorway, we'll do that. Because I would like this to be a border block, right? I don't have a lot of these. We're going to have to make some more. So if we make these into the border blocks and maybe cut the corners off of them a little bit like that, so they're not like completely squared. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's try to get up here. If y'all hear my dog, I am sorry. He is an old man and he's being super whiny at the moment. Sorry about that. I had to check on him a little bit. But I did get an idea while I was out here. Since our tables are going to be out of extended pistons, which is going to be a fun one to figure out. I'm actually thinking maybe the dining table could be somewhat over here with the chairs and everything, because that would give us all of this access room to do the like some redstone torches to extend the pistons up, because this is the ceiling into the bottom floor. But I just got an idea for the floor, because they're made out of pistons. We will be able to use we'll do like a stone and cobblestone kind of blend on the floor, which could be really cool. And I do have some at least stone over here. How's it going, sheep? You wanna give me this? Give me your wool. What is it, like punch and shear at the same time? Oh, I messed that up. Oh. No. Give me them back. You're a butthole. I'm just gonna let you swim naked. You'll get hypothermia. Okay, so let's go over here, see if I got the stone in this chest. I don't want to show the inside of the library off too much yet, because I'm not done with it. I think it'd be really cool to show off all at once. Can you see it? Sneak peek? No, you can't see it. So let's grab these. I'm going to grab a thing of redstone so we can make more, what you call it? So we can make more pistons and we can make more note blocks. Let's put these up. I think, oh, keep the red dye. Put up the black one and the sign. We don't need that right now. I'm going to have to go get cobblestone out of here. Let's go grab us a thing of cobblestone. I have like 1 wood plank on me. Do I have some in there? I'm not going to chance it. I'll probably get disappointed. I keep forgetting to restock the cobblestone chest in there from down here. And I have way too much of it down here. Like, I need to do something with it. It's probably time to do another castle, but do more like a traditional castle out of stone and cobblestone. Let's see. We'll grab a couple of stacks. About 3 stacks should be good. And we have iron in here. I have a ton of iron. I think it's not... Okay, yeah, I think I'll replace some of it with gold. And there's more iron in here. Went on a big mining trip looking for lapis in the Back to Beta Discord. And I ended up finding like almost no lapis. Right? I think I found a stack in total, which was starting to like upset me. I found more diamonds than I found lapis. And I found a crap ton of iron. I just picked it up as I went. But I was trying to make more light blue dye for the library, and that's what took so long. Was just I kept running out of the lapis part for the light blue. And the mining trips were just crazy. Like, just I had to keep going mining. But now we have enough, and it is being built. So we have, yep, we got wood to make pistons, cobblestone as well. Might need to pick up more cobblestone, iron. Yeah, we should be good to go. We should be good to go to build some of this in. I don't know how much of this I will get done. I'm hoping, you know, we get at least a good foundation down and something started that I could work on. A lot of this is just like me playing around with it. I like having multiple projects going at once. And to me, it adds variety in the game, right? When you have several things, you're like, oh yeah, I need to work on this. And you have a, you know, you have a list of things that you could change every day that you're playing the game, or, you know, every other day. Like, one day I'm going to want to work in there. I still have it on my list of things to do. I want to work in there, and I have something to do in there. I have more build ideas for the base itself, you know, the big collage that's going on. I have stuff that I want to do in the library, and I have stuff that I want to do in here. So every day is like a new, I can think of something that I want to do. It's always interchanging, and that keeps me going. I think it's pretty neat. So with this right here, let's go ahead and get cobblestone and stone out so we can get our floor going. We could do just random patterns in the floor. And I don't have like a method to this or anything. I just kind of scattered it as I go. Sometimes they make T shapes, sometimes they make crosses, sometimes they make like a little arrow pointing. Sometimes they're two dots like that. Just no pattern really. Make sure we put some of it up on the glass. A lot of these L shapes are pretty good at building, you know, random. We put just singular dots here and there. Kind of break it up just a little bit. Probably like a dot here. Maybe one there. Yeah, that looks pretty random. And then what you do is you just fill the rest of it in with stone. And that will give you your random floor look. You know, a lot of people come into this dining room. A lot of people wear out the floors over time. And the floors being made of stone should help it not burn. In theory. Because the wall, I was trying to dodge that with the wool on the walls. That's why this big piece right here is made out of the slabs to kind of further away the wool from the lava. It hasn't lit on fire yet, you know, knock on wood. And the wooden slabs are not going to burn because they're actually not wooden slabs. They're technically stone slabs with a wooden texture. They don't get their own like thing until much later. Oh, I was gonna fill that in. Here we go. All right, this is looking pretty good. I messed up here, so some of this is gonna get replaced, which is fine. Let's go ahead and take out this. So that will be a pillar. And we do 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have another pillar here. So we'll dirt block. And that's where it's going to turn. No, it's not going to quite turn there because we need the plank wall behind here. So it has to turn before this. Or we're going to have to change the design to where it could, you know, be a little bit better. So it's probably going to be a 2 like I had originally thought. Oh no, because then it won't turn this corner. See, if we just put it right there in the middle. Is it going to be every block? Like every other block? I'm not getting that black. That's a trap if I've ever seen one. Let's do this. And we'll place it down like that. And then it will just have to do that on every one of them. That way we could turn it here, and then we'll have, yeah, we'll have the room for the planks. So it'll do something like that. So it's not going to be that big of a dining room if we want to fit everything in here, which is fine. We don't need that big of a dining room in this castle. This castle is Dave's Revenge, pretty much. If you don't know who the castle is dedicated to, it's dedicated to my Minecraft dog. He was named Dave the Magical Cheese Wizard. And his gravestone is on that little island before this castle coming off the bridge. And what happened is that we were walking and we were, you know, me and him, we were just walking, chilling, coming up with builds. You know, he was just kind of following me around. And a creeper came out of nowhere to blow me up, but it killed Dave. So I ended up making him a little memorial. And since this mob farm is near his memorial, I just call it, you know, Dave's Keep or Dave's Revenge. And that's what the death to all creepers sign is. You know, it's at the entrance of the door frame, like down there. That's what it's for. I'm just going to stick a torch here to keep things lit. Probably in that corner as well. I mean, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm liking the way this looks. I can't help to feel that the pillars are a little too often. Right? I mean, the red and tan pillars are going to be a little too often, I feel like. But at the same time, it still looks neat. Like, I can't complain about it. Oh, I fell into my own trap. Yeah, we'll do this right here. We do need to expand it out this way a little bit. So we'll bring, I'm just gonna bring dirt over to here, and then we'll replace the dirt as we go. All right, sorry about that. He was being a bit whiny and extra. This is the reason why like a lot of the cuts too happen. It's just because of you know, random dog whines from him trying to climb stuff. He is 13 years old. So he is a pretty old dog. Or, you know, he's at least old for a dog. And he doesn't realize that he can't do the stuff that he used to do. Which is, I mean, at the same time, which is kind of sad. But yeah, so if you're ever wondering why that is, and a lot of the time I also cut boring parts out, right? Of just me walking around forgetting stuff, because I do forget stuff all the time playing. I'll even think that I have everything ready to go. Like I try to map it out and put it in the chest, and I still end up forgetting something. Happens every time without fail. I'm gonna put a little light in here. I do like the corners popping out just a little bit compared to it just being flat. And I get a magical, you know, I get a magical musical floor. Now this over here, we are going to have to figure out, and really it's just like that. Because we're going to need a place for the wood in the background, so. Yeah, it will be something like this, right? So it'll turn here. So there's not going to be much room for a dining table in here. Unless, you know, what is it, wood? I could go one more. Oh no, I can't, because it's like this. Yeah, I can't go one more. That's not going to work. It is a pretty cool room. I don't know if it will be the dining room though, because this is really small. We might make this some kind of storage room. Maybe I could put chests in all of these or something. So maybe the dining room idea is not a good one in this spot, just because I can't fit the things that I want to fit for a dining room in here. Which is okay. Plans change all the time. That's the beauty of Minecraft. You can always think of something else for it. It doesn't have to be the exact thing you originally thought of. And that corner comes in just in the nick of... Oh, that sucks. That means I'll have to do like something like this. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on, like, if I do that right there and I took this out, that would be oak, but it wouldn't be, it'd be in line with that. You know what? That would be fine. That's fine. I'm not going to overthink it and hurt my brain. So we'll do something like that. Kind of match this right here where they're both out. And this will be a 2 wide, I'm guessing. I mean, in truth, we don't even have to have a door. We don't have to have a door here. Like an actual door that you need to open. We could make it like that. And then you just walk right on in. Yeah, so that's, I mean, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. We could do that. We get to finish up the floor a little bit over here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Right? We'll just mix in, we'll make you like a T shape. And you will actually be a corner. I mean, you'll be like the closest thing we have to a corner. So we'll put a, nope, not a torch, a stone. We'll put a stone here. And then we'll add a couple of note blocks here and here. I'm missing a couple of more. And then we'll just fill these in with the red wool. Like I said, this is going to be kind of weird. Maybe I'll put some trap doors here or whatever to kind of not make it where the textures are touching like that. Because that does make it look a little weird. Put up some kind of fake shelves or something. Yeah. Let's take out the dirt and we'll get a good look at this room with all of... Ah, dang it. I keep forgetting you can't shift click note blocks. It happens a lot more than I'd like to admit. I've been playing beta for a minute now, and I use note blocks in a lot of builds, and I still forget that I can't shift click them. Alright, so wood planks. Do that. One more up here. We're missing a note block there. And there. Come over here. I need to put my planks in. Oh, it's almost done putting that one all the way up. And we can make, we're gonna make these a lot taller. I don't know if we'll make it in this video because it is going to be a bit long. But like I said, I wanted to do this to give me a foundation for something, right? So the dining room is not going to work out in here because it is too small to have like a really good dining table, especially with how close it is to the ceiling right there. So we won't be able to put like a redstone torch or anything without messing up the ceiling and the bottom floor. So a dining room, it could be something else, which is fine. We can make this some kind of armory or storage room, you know, something cool like that. Maybe this is where they gear up for battle or something, or it could be like a throne room. We can make it into a tiny throne room. Maybe this guy is not as rich, so he doesn't have like a super big throne room. Even though his castle says otherwise. His castle says that guy must be rich. I mean, or does it? I mean, technically this guy's castle is made of wood, wool, and snow. So maybe he wasn't that rich. You know, a castle that's like a gust of wind away from not being a castle no more. If we just one too many hams in the dining room and somebody bust ass, this place is gone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna really like this room. Once we can figure out what it's going to be, I'm gonna really like it. So all we're gonna need for this is the wood and red. We can combine those together. Yeah, let's take these pillars up just a little bit taller. pillar up to right there. Oh, this guy needs that. We see they're 3 tall now. We could make them 4 tall. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5 tall. We'll make them 5 tall. I'm gonna have to get more red wool. I got a feeling. I did see flowers while we were walking back to the library though. So I did see some easy to grab red flowers that I don't have to bone meal for. Just in case. Now for the wool itself, I might have to go to the spider farm and get more string for wool. Unless we could just beat up enough sheep for that. You know, for a castle that's like gray scaled on the outside, it's a lot of white and gray colors. It is very red on the inside of this castle. I just noticed like we have the what I call the circus tent room. It is very red and white, but there's like a lot of red in it. And then we have this room that's also just another bunch of red pillars. I think it adds good contrast. Because you walk in expecting the building to be red and white. And it's just not. I don't think I can make that jump. Oh, I did. Okay, whatever. Alright, fine then. Was not expecting that. And we go through and just add torches for now. I might add some hitting lighting like I normally do. I try not to leave torch spam too much. And we'll go right in here. And we'll just... This will give me 2. Can I make a couple of shelves? Let's make more than 2. That looks a little weird with just 2. Yeah, and there's going to be a ceiling there. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think I can roll with that. This will definitely inspire me to build something once I think of it. It's not going to be the dining room like we thought because it's a bit small, but it works out. I am going to end the video here for today. I hope y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day. I know this is a bit of a weird format compared to what I normally do, but I thought it'd be fun to give it a try. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.